You know, I look at a lot of these singers and a lot of these musicians that's in the business, and I realize that over 95% of them made it into the business because they either knew someone in the business or they had a family member that played some kind of instrument that helped them do something down the line, or they either went to school with someone that was in music, or they grew up around somebody that was in some kind of musical type of thing. And or they had some kind of background history of music or something. And I look at me, who is also a singer and an artist, and I literally didn't have nobody. First off, I've never sung in a choir, I've never sung in a church, for one. Number two, all of the artists that I look up to, Michael Jackson, Prince, Aaliyah, Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, all passed away. So having nobody to look up to, I like can like do you guys imagine? Can you guys imagine how hard that is not having someone to look up to inspire you, to help bring that true you out so you can be the best you that you can be? Like I literally had to find, and to this day I still have to find that inspiration to push me to bring out the best me as an artist. And not only that, I grew up in a city that has no musical connections. Like Indiana, I grew up like Indiana has no musical connections at all. So I not only did I have to sing on my own, I have to figure out how to sing on my own, but I had to figure out just how to just do everything by myself. And then on top of that, like nobody helped me except my mom and my sister. Like and my dad, those three people were by my side. But as far as like people in general, like I went through like the emotional trauma of people laughing at me, and nobody had the decency to at least tell me what I was doing wrong with my voice, or what I wasn't doing properly to enhance my vocals so that I could sing better. And just going through so many years of that, just looking back on it, it hurts. It really hurts. And there's times where I want to cry because I literally had nothing to inspire me. I had nobody to look up to. Nobody wanted to help me. Nobody wanted to reach out and just say, hey, look, you need to do this and you need to do that so you could do this. Like, I had to figure out everything by myself, and it hurts. It hurts, but I'm 28 years old now, and I'm getting ready to make some moves, and I'm getting ready to pursue this music, and do it more seriously, and hopefully I can make it in the business. But I just thought that I would share this with you guys because this is something that's real serious to me, and I literally have to find something to keep me in love with music, because I'm afraid that I'm going to wake up one day and I'm going to lose that spark. And this is all because I didn't have anybody to push me and to actually say, hey, dig down deep, push it out. Come on, you can do it. Like, nobody, I had nobody to help me, you know. And at times, I do think about that. And then there's some days I wake up and I go, you know what? I'm feeling lovely about my music. I'm going to slay and sing the house down, and I just have to keep that spirit. I have to find that drive to keep going, even though it's so far away from me reaching that goal. I just have to keep that mindset. And, you know, it's really hurtful at times when I think about stuff like that. It's really hurtful, and I know that I'm not the only one that's went through this. I'm pretty sure there are thousands of other artists that has been in my shoes. And one thing that upsets me is when, I mean, not upsets me, but one thing that bothers me is people that sit there and say, well, you got to network, you got to get around locally, you got to get yourself out there, and they say it so fluently, like it's so easy to do, but it's not always that simple, you know, especially when you have other obligations. And plus, on top of that, you have a job, you got bills to pay, and you got other stuff to take care of. Like, it's not that easy. And I just feel that once I financially get to where I am, then I'm going to be able to devote all my time and energy into it. Like there's going to be no more excuses left. It's just one of those things. And I started doing music when I was 18 years old, and I think I was singing around 19. So I've been doing this for like 10 years now. Might as well say 10 years. It's just something I finally realized. But one thing that I do like is that I finally came to terms with the mistakes that I've been making, and I've been working really hard at changing some of those habits and actually strengthening my voice, and mainly not letting myself get in my way, not being my own enemy, because I think that also stood in the way as well. So that's just one of my theories I wanted to share. I'm actually glad I didn't get emotional, but there was a moment where I almost got a little emotional. But yeah, but that's just how I feel. you know. I know there's other people out there that feels the same way I do. I know it is.